down there. Good. Down there. I'll be a piston.
All right, YouTube, good morning. We are 2 days out. It is Thursday, about 5:20 in the morning. I am done with check-ins. So we weighed in at 205.6 this morning. Yesterday was 205.2, so an extra 0.4 pounds of fullness. I see it in my legs a little bit. They're starting to fill out. We're starting to get a little bit harder. The plan for this morning, so yesterday was a 20-minute walk. Like I was late to class. This morning is just going to be a 15-minute walk, normal pace outside. You know, have my morning gratitude with God. I'm so thankful and blessed for the opportunity to bodybuild. I absolutely love this sport. There's nothing that calluses your mind more and carries over the level of discipline and other aspects of your life. Bodybuilding's taught me probably more than anything else besides maybe my dad. My dad's taught me a lot. But between him and bodybuilding, they've really helped shape me into the man I am, you know, along with my mistakes I've made and the experiences I've had throughout life to realize the people I want to be around and what I want to do and the passion I have for just being good to the people around me, finding peace in my life, building a business on the financial side of things, and then building the best physique and mindset that I can through bodybuilding and just chasing this dream and chasing this passion. That's not what I wanted to talk about though. So the plan today, as I said, cardio, 15 minutes walking, and then I have 30 minutes of steps still throughout the day. So I could just knock out 30 minutes this morning. We'll see. Finishing up morning drink per usual. And so today, the food is changing drastically. Not that drastically. Protein's getting dropped. So instead of doing 6 ounces portions of meat this week, we're dropping to 3 ounces now. At this point, you know, we don't need the protein. We're not building any muscle. We're not training hard so we don't need recovery. We just need to fill out. So meal 1 is exactly the same as it's been the past like 3 days. 2 whole eggs, 250 grams of egg whites, handful of spinach, 115 grams of cream of rice, and 80 grams of blueberries. But meal 2 is now, instead of 6 ounces of chicken, we're doing 3 ounces of 93.7 ground beef. So bringing in a little bit of fats, trying to fill out those triglycerides a little bit to help the fullness stick. 200 grams of rice, and then we added another rice cake. So an extra 11 grams of carbs, a little less protein, and a little more fat. Pre-workout meal, instead of 6 ounces of chicken, is now 3 ounces. We're still rolling with 330 grams of jasmine rice and 40 grams of dates, but instead of 1 rice cake, we're doing 3 rice cakes. So cutting the protein in half and adding another 22 carbs, and that's all we know. So meal 4, 5, and 6 are to be determined based off of how we look at the gym. Water staying at 7 liters right now. Intra workouts pulled, so no EAAs, glutamine or taurine intra workout, but we will be adding another 1/4 teaspoon pink salt to meal 3. So it's been a 1/2 teaspoon all week. Now it's a 3/4 teaspoon, and all the other meals are staying at a 1/4 teaspoon pink salt. And that's just to kind of offset the fact that we're pulling the electrolytes and the salt and stuff from the intra workout. So that's what we got. He says he might change meal 2 and meal 3 based off the pictures and the body weight, but meal 1 we're probably going to roll with the same. Training today is the lightest, easiest workout of prep. It's going to be 7 to 9 sets total. 2 to 3 sets of shoulders, which is just going to be side delts, just a lateral raise machine. 2 to 3 sets of chest. I'm just going to do a pec deck, really stretch, just get blood, and all we're doing is just pushing the nutrients in there. Just trying to fill it out a little bit, and then 2 to 3 sets of back, which I'll probably just do a cable row. Nice good stretch and a real good squeeze. Light work, 20-30 minutes tops. Then we'll take our post-workout body weight again, post-workout picture, send it to Tommy, see what he wants to do. So I'm about to go make my coffee, watch Looney Tunes per usual, the morning routine. Even though I am off of work, I'm going to check some emails, make sure I'm in a good spot today to where I can really just eat, and watch movies and just be in a parasympathetic state, try to drop inflammation, drop cortisol, be as relaxed as possible. On a different note, last night I did go to the mall, so I wanted to get a jersey for game day, right? So I got this Steph Curry jersey. It's their newest, the Town. This thing is clean. I am from the Bay Area. I grew up a Warriors fan. So this is a sick present to myself. And then I've been wanting to get a gold chain and gold bracelet matching for about the past 2 years. And it was either going to be for Christmas, I was going to get myself either an AR-15 or a gold chain or bracelet. As I was buying this jersey, there was a K Jewelers. K Jewelers was doing like 50% off matching men's chains and bracelets for Black Friday. So I got this Figaro bracelet right here. This is my G-ring family heirloom right here, Scottish gold. So this is the Figaro chain, and then we have its brother or sister, whatever you want to call it, the Figaro necklace with it as well. So cashed out on myself a little bit yesterday for Christmas, but also just getting through the prep, and I'm in a good spot financially to do so. And then the other thing is, because when this Looney Tunes kick, this was at Lids where I got the jersey. So I got the jersey and then a Marvin the Martian pin for my Wolfpack backpack chain, and then the Steph Curry jersey. There was a couple other jerseys I really liked. Like there was an old school Allen Iverson light blue 76ers jersey that was badass. I'm going to have to get it at some point. The Jordan black or red with black pinstripes, authentic jersey, but that one was like $330, so I didn't feel like spending $300+ on a jersey, but I'm gonna have to get that one at some point. And then there was a Vince Carter Raptors jersey that I like, but I see a lot of people wearing that, so I was like, nah, I won't get that. And then there was also a Dirk Nowitzki shirt or jersey with like the blue and the green and some gray that was cool, so I might have to get that one at some point. But for sure got to get the Jordan and the Iverson, but we'll save those for either, you know, someone gifts them to me, or I wait until 2027, till the next bodybuilding show, and get a new game day jersey for that when we do our string of shows in 27. But enough talking. I'm gonna finish this, have my coffee, watch some Looney Tunes, check some emails, stretch out a little bit, do my walk, take a quick shower, shave my face. So yesterday, my girlfriend and I did all the shaving, so we are completely shaved. Took about an hour. I took about 30 minutes in the morning to shave my chest, stomach, arms, and then she came over and shaved my legs and back and neck. And then so I'll shave my face this morning, and then we'll have breakfast, which is 100 grams of carbs. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm missing sauces a little bit. I will say, like, not having a little bit of Cholula or sugar-free ketchup on the eggs and egg whites is kind of a bummer. And then definitely some of those chicken and rice meals are dry, where it's like if I could just use some hot sauce or some flavor gain sauce or new sauce, that would be chef's kiss at this point. I was telling my girl, I'm like, one of the most things I'm most excited for, like Sunday after the show, you know, just kind of rehydrating. Well, obviously her chocolate chip pancakes, and she's gonna make me chocolate chip pancakes and bacon Sunday morning. So that's really what I'm looking forward to. But having a little bit of sugar-free creamer back in my coffee, having a diet soda Saturday night out at dinner with a steak or a burger, some sweet potato fries, a Caesar salad. They got this PB&J brownie I want to try too. It sounds good. But I was like, just having my normal meals with some sauce and just being less fatigued, because I feel so much better this week. it really put it in perspective how crappy I felt the last 2 months doing, you know, hour and 20 minutes of Stairmaster a day, plus 40 minutes of steps, plus trying to train hard, and, you know, 1,800 calories for a lot of those days. So a little bit of food and just less cardio is just insane. And we'll still keep cardio in this reverse starting Monday, you know, 20 to 30 minutes. We'll see what Tommy wants to do. Still do abs and mobility work in the morning, just for heart health, just so we don't get too fat this off season. But the reduction in energy expenditure, it feels phenomenal. I couldn't tell. Like, I went to the mall last night at like 8 o'clock. So no, it was like 7:15. But I haven't left the house after like 4 p.m. in months. So I'll let you know what meals 4, 5, and 6 end up looking like. I'll talk to you post-training and just kind of update you along the way. 2 days out, nothing too crazy. Kicking my feet up, eating meals, staying close to Tommy, and yeah, just getting ready to present this crappy physique on stage. All right, so just finished up our last workout in peak week workout. Did a warm-up set and then 3 pump sets on a seated side lateral raise machine. Did 1 warm-up and 2 pump sets on a seated cable fly for chest, and then did 1 warm-up and 2 pump-up sets on the cable row. All just stretching and squeezing the muscle. Nice and easy, nothing crazy. And then went and took our post-workout photos for coach and our weight, which was 211.2, so up 0.2 pounds from yesterday, and then I think it was 211.2 on Tuesday. So post-workout weight's been right around the same every single day. So sent that over to him, did a couple more rounds of posing, practiced my routine, and then knocked out my last 15 minutes of walking just on the treadmill on a 2.5 speed. So completely done with walking. And so coach gave me the next 2 meals. We haven't decided the last meal. So 2 days out, whey protein is now pulled. So post-workout protein source is going to be egg whites. So just 200 grams of egg whites there. Jackass, what do you think you're fucking doing? Sorry, people don't drive well. I'm on a freaking GoPro and I'm driving better. We have 200 grams of egg whites, 100 grams of cream of rice, and then we're adding 2 rice cakes. So an extra 22 grams of carbs in the post-workout meal from rice cakes. And then meal 5 is the same as it's been the past 3 days. 5 ounces of 93.7 beef and 8 ounces of sweet potato. The only change there is we're adding an extra 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt. So pink salt's bumped to a 1/2 teaspoon for meal 5, and then set a timer for 2 hours once I finish that meal, and then I'll throw in my trunks and take pictures and send those over to Tommy, and he'll make the decision of what he wants to do for the last meal before bed. So just finishing up liter of water number 5 here. I'm trying to sell my dining room table because I'm moving apartments, so I have someone coming to look at that in about an hour and 15 minutes. So I got my girlfriend at home making me the cream of rice. We're gonna go salted caramel cream of rice. She stuck that in the fridge for me. I'm gonna take 2 caramel rice cakes, sprinkle it over the top, slam the egg whites on the side. Probably, honestly, I know this sounds a little weird, but I'm probably gonna put cinnamon on top of the egg whites because I don't get salt with this meal. Post-workout meals, no salt, so I'm gonna put cinnamon on the egg whites. I don't have any salt, I don't have any spinach, I don't have any whole eggs with them, so I'm thinking just egg whites, some pepper, some basil, and some cinnamon. It sounds good to me. 100 grams cream of rice, 2 rice cakes, and then yeah, we'll do the 5 ounces of beef, just seasoned with black pepper and basil, and then we'll put a 1/2 teaspoon of pink salt on the beef and the sweet potato. And the sweet potato, the best way in my opinion is you cut the sweet potato in half. So we measure it raw because that's the most consistent way for the sweet potato, because the way you cook it changes. But so we skin it, measure it raw, and you just slice off the ends, and then you're left with, you know, however much sweet potato you have. In this case, 8 ounces. It's a good medium-sized sweet potato. I cut it in half, and then you cut cubes, but large cubes. So for an 8-ounce sweet potato in total, there's like, we cut it down into like 6 to 8 pieces. You put some foil in the air fryer, 400 degrees for 20 to 22 minutes generally. Paprika, garlic, and cinnamon. And then when it comes out, I top it with just a little more cinnamon and then the salt from the meal, and it is delightful. And then, you know, obviously we don't get sauce right now, but if you got or get a little bit of like Flavor Gain takeout sauce, or sweet and nutty sauce from Flavor Gain, or the new sauce peanut, or sriracha maple, any of those, and you drizzle that on top with your chicken or beef and potato, it is delightful. Man, I think I'm just hungry, man. Anyway, gonna go slam these 2 meals. I'll put in the post-workout posing video right here, bloop, and then I'll let you know what we end up doing for meal 6. Okay, YouTube, so this is to wrap up 2 days out. It is actually 1 day out right now. It's the morning of. I got my plan for meal 6 late last night and just didn't record. So if you can see, I have Pro Tan on. We did 1 coat last night. I'm about to shower this off. So what we did last night for meal 6 was I sent over check-in photos and body weight 2 hours after meal 5, which was the 5 ounces of beef, 8 ounces of sweet potato, and we bumped up salt to a ½ teaspoon. Meal 6 ended up being 3 ounces of chicken, 4 rice cakes, 15 grams of almond butter, and another ½ teaspoon of salt. So bumped up salt again. We added some fats. I haven't had fats in my last meal in probably 7-8 weeks. I'm gonna try to get some of those carbs from the rice cakes to stick, and we did dry carbs from rice cakes instead of white rice with that last meal, and no veggies from here on out. So that's a wrap on day 2. Thank you for following along. I'll post that up today, and then I will get the 1 day out video rolling here momentarily.